This video is intended to describe a travel-size stationary salt lamp mainframe named Peace. I'll talk about, so I'm already clearing my throat in preparation. Joining me today will be a whimsical stick figure chakra map, which I'll be utilizing for various chakra simulation references. And before I continue any further, I'll discuss the aspect of the salt lamp being the critical feature of this device, most importantly with the incandescent bulb. Unfortunately, in my online investigations, I could not find a Himalayan salt lamp with an incandescent bulb, so I had to get this unit that was once an LED, which was not appropriate for actually heating the salt to, most importantly, heat the purification emanation that is basically powering this device. So it required great amount of augmentation and retrofitting to make it so, which now houses a proper incandescent system seen right here. Because before this of course was a solid piece of wood that had an LED light, but if it worked, it would have been fantastic, but not up to my standards of this ambitious vibrational engineering endeavor. So now it's been properly retrofitted right here, and why I mention this as well is that since it's a little bit loose, for the recipient to be rather careful with the bulb placement right here when moving it around in use, but it's relatively in there, just be a little bit of caution. And to make sure that this cord right here is flush like that. Alrighty. So also another thing too is that the idea of this entire construct is that the heat of the incandescent bulb dramatically heating up this salt is working as a very powerful purification emanation that is being harnessed by its own crystalline ignition sequence, which basically means that the charging of the purification of this entire closed loop circuit is the highlighted focus of this stationary mainframe. And the aspect to get the most out of that concept is to take this outer clip seen right here, which is connected to a grounding wire, which goes into a banana plug that goes into the outlet ground seen right there. And so why that's quite critical is that it's literally harnessing the engineering of any given space or place that has electricity in it. And so the aspect of all of these outlets seen right here are all conjoined together on a common ground, which goes into a copper rod, oftentimes at least 8 foot in length, driven into the earth by building code. So by successfully harnessing that natural phenomena that's called electrical engineering we all live in if we're in a house, or even a vehicle for that matter too, with the outlets that go on a common ground, this entire aspect is being piloted and grounded through a whole space, conjoining all the outlets, thereby generating a containment field of this energy being piloted at max frequency, being successfully grounded into an entire space. So that is the big aspect why it's quite critical to discuss that part first, because that is the entire intention of this device. And the aspect of the crystalline ignition order I shall get into right now. So at the very apex of this salt lamp, of a pyramidal structure, would be the aspect of the transmutation ratio, seen on both brass and silver for the intake and output balance of the transmutation ratio, consisting of hematite and smoky quartz. Hematite is a very fantastic iron-based mineral that successfully grounds all excess energies very firmly through the root, into the earth stars, and into the earth-media matrix reprocessing, in tandem with smoky quartz seen right here to provide the same energetic chakra stimulation to, once again, ground all the excess energy through the root, into the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. So the aspect of that, why it's been dubbed the transmutation ratio, is to provide a very strong contact patch into the earth to, quite simply, transmute negativity through etheric energetic dialysis with Mother Earth. As well as it works as a great foundational grounding scaffolding for these other diverse frequency ranges. And the aspect of this device is based on the 4 elemental disposition of earth, fire, water, and wind. So the earth band right here, starting off with this blade band circuit seen right here, would be golden healer quartz, which is a fantastic gold-white light source alignment frequency emanation, going into garnet. Garnet is a classic red ray stone of antiquity, of being a tremendous root chakra earth elemental stabilization. Right here would be rutilated quartz as well to intensify the energy of this circuit, going into red jasper, the quintessential stabilization of the root chakra of Earth elemental spectrum, then going into golden healer quartz once again, then into ruby. Ruby, the quintessential king of and queen of the red ray root chakra stimulants of Earth frequency, is quite famous and quite prolific in its praise and use of metaphysical glory for thousands of years for a good reason. So this would be the entirety of the construct. That'd be the Earth frequency ratio seen right here. And so all these various power packs have exactly the same platform scaffolding with different elemental spectrum stimulations. Starting off with clear quartz to be the neutral ambient engine or accelerant of the entirety of this Earth power pack. Going into black kyanite. Black kyanite has been exclusively utilized for the transference energy in all 4 power packs to rapidly ground all the excess energy through the Earth stars into the Earth for reprocessing. So it works as a quintessential surge protector for this very contained, relatively light-duty mainframe to encourage the rapid transfer of all this excess energy to grounded Earth to make it real. Then all 4 power packs have the selenite as well. Selenite works as a very fantastic 6, 7, 8 non-physical chakra stimulant, as well as a very fantastic gateway to one's conscious self to one's higher self ratio. So now also the aspect why selenite is so critical, it could take each individual power pack and amplify, purify, as well as harmonize the entire algorithm as well. Besides being a massive divine induction, it also works to be a tremendous efficiency agent right there as well. Then I'll do it clockwise to show off fire next from the ground up. So same deal with the clear quartz, black kyanite, and selenite for their functions. Going into carnelian, a very classic orange ray sacrum stimulant of antiquity that also stimulates the solar plexus and the base chakra, and as well as very well utilized in ancient Egyptian mystical utilization. Going into, once again, rutilated quartz to intensify the energy into tiger's eye, a fantastic fire and earth frequency emanation that has a very strong solar plexus stimulation as well as a proper alignment of the lower 3 chakras to bring balance and equilibrium. Then golden healer quartz to be another dose of gold white light source alignment. Going into sunstone seen right here. Sunstone's a fantastic feldspar based solar plexus and sacrum stimulant of great sunny positive vibrations. So of course that would be the fire power pack. I'll flip it around this guy for water. So once again, rutilated quartz work as an intensification going into moss green agate. Moss green agate is a very, actually I take it back, the most stable green ray water elemental heart chakra stimulant in the mineral kingdom to stabilize the heart to a very high capacity. Going into golden healer quartz, another gold white light source attunement, into that looks very strange. Oh, pardon my little internal dialogue. This aquamarine right here. Aquamarine is a very fantastic 4th and 5th chakra stimulant of great water concentration cardinal element stimulation that works as a very fantastic, like I said, 4th and 5th chakra water elemental stimulant that is actually a cousin to emerald, both in the beryl family. Then right here will be a rutilated quartz to intensify into emerald. Emerald is a very fantastic king and queen of the green ray heart chakra stimulation of water elemental concentration. Hence, this would be the water unit pack. Then right here will be the wind, starting off with classic amethyst, a very fantastic violet ray wind elemental 6th and 7th, 8th non-physical chakra stimulant. Going into golden healer quartz, into the classic famous lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a fantastic 5th and 6th chakra stimulant of wind elemental concentration of great notoriety, particularly used by ancient Egyptian mysticisms to encourage the aspect of one sovereign truth, and one of those amazing crystals that are favored of millions for thousands of years. Then going into rutilated quartz, into chaurite. Chaurite is a very fantastic purple ray crystal of course, a fantastic violet crown chakra stimulation and third eye. It also works to be a very effective full grounder of this high frequency energy due to the dendritic black mineral found in it to ground all this excess high divine energy through the earth stars into the earth for processing as well to, of course, encourage a very rapid, swift, efficient dharmic acceleration. So that would be the wind power pack. And at the very bottom, a conjoining unit right here of heavy pink ray love frequency concentration, starting off with the clear quartz, to be a neutral accelerant of the energy, into rose quartz, a fantastic pink ray love frequency emanation of divine love, into clear quartz to neutrally accelerate into the kunzite, a very fantastic lithium-based high heart, divine heart soothing frequency alignment, brings a tremendous amount of peace. So that'd be the entirety of the crystalline condition order in short order, already discussed. But the aspect 2, of course, it's a very diverse, versatile power pack that is developed to be perpetually charged and purified by the salt lamp emanation. As consistent as a bulb's incandescence holds the charge is how consistent this vibration is when it's grounded into a space or a place or a vehicle for that matter. And that aspect right there has a balance of earth, fire, water, and wind in a relatively light-duty concentrated format. To be a very diverse peace-inducing frequency in the background. Well, that would be the main frame of peace, 1,000 blessings, and may the force be with us all.